Welcome to 50 Movies in 50 Weeks. I'm your host, Joey Hollywood, and I'm trying to get through all 50 movies in this 50 movie box set from Mill Creek in 50 weeks. The movie I watched today was called Frozen Alive. According to the little thing on the back here, it's about cryogenics, and it sounds like a mad scientist story with like a love triangle. And then you watch it, and it's not really a mad scientist story at all. This is actually a drama. And it's not so much a love triangle, more so a love square. So there's a scientist man, and there's a scientist woman who clearly have feelings for each other. The scientist man's wife is playing footsie, flirting with the idea of cheating with a man who is clearly trying to get her to cheat. But the wife is insecure about her relationship with the scientist lady, and the scientist man is insecure about his wife's relationship with the guy who's clearly trying to make her cheat. And then also cryogenics has something to do with this movie. Not a lot about that. Mostly it's this weird, I can't even call it a love triangle. There's just so many people involved. That's the bulk of the movie. It's this, the wife is constantly like getting drunk and making a scene. The scientist man clearly wants to be with the scientist woman. And it basically what it feels like is it feels like a soap opera, like a daytime television, Days of Our Lives type thing. And then thrown in the mix is this wacky cryogenic subplot about freezing people with cancer so they can stay frozen until they can thaw them out and have a cure for cancer. This is probably what inspired Walt Disney to take the course he took later in life, or should I say death. It's not super interesting in the sense that like it was like a fun watch or it was funny bad. It just was like I can't say I was bored while watching it, but I didn't really get much out of it. Like if I wasn't doing a web series like this, there would be no reason for me to continue watching this movie. And that's kind of the reason why I don't really think it's worth your time, because there's just not a lot to get out of it. I think the only way you could really get something out of this is if there was a Mystery Science Theater or riff tracks or some sort of third-party element adding some transformativeness to make it more entertaining. Because what it is currently is just a very it's just a very standard drama. Love affairs gone wrong. The characters aren't super interesting, especially the two scientists. And those are supposed to be the people that we're rooting for. The wife who's crazy is far more interesting. The man that's trying to get his wife to sleep with him is far more interesting. He's like a drunk writer with an accent that changes from scene to scene. Those characters were interesting, but we don't spend a whole lot of time with them because we're supposed to be on the side of the cryogenicists. And there's a subplot involving them fighting with the leadership of their science community who thinks the world's not ready for cryogenics. It's too dangerous. We're pretending to be God. It's that kind of standard stuff. And then of course the ending, the scientist man tests it on himself, and everyone winds up with who they want to wind up. I don't feel too bad spoiling the ending for this one because there's really not a whole lot here in this package. With the name Frozen Alive, I was hoping for more of an Arctic horror type thing, like The Thing, or something like that. I love horror movies that take place in the snow. I recently saw the new Black Phone movie, and that really scratched that itch. I love horror movies that take place in the snow, and I got that with the Black Phone too. But with this, it's just a drama. I don't know. It doesn't really feel like a nightmare world, but you know, I guess what is a nightmare world? A love square? That's somebody's nightmare. So I guess it does live up to the title of Nightmare Worlds. But I didn't really like this one. I don't recommend it. And hopefully next week's movie is a lot more interesting. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Please be kind and rewind.